Oh no, got a little dust on my camera. Hi. Oh, wow. Hi. Good morning, boomers. Thanks for joining me. I kind of snuck into a park. I'm supposed to pay a toll, I think, but there was nobody there. I think it's just one of those days. But isn't it a beautiful place? Here, I'm going to take you with me while people get in the chat. Let's just take a look around, see what this place is about. I have no idea what park this is, but I'm going to put it in the comments when I find where the hell I am. But isn't this the neatest, most beautiful park? It's part of FSU, apparently, Florida State University. Wow. Look at the trees. The water line must be higher at certain times of the year. But it looks like they're having a retreat. It looks like people are camping out and everything. Wow. Nice facility for park staff and everything. So, hi. You have to excuse me. I don't know if I can be in this shady area for long because my hair is wet. I had to wash it. It was so dusty. So anyway, what are we going to talk about today, honey? Well, what happened yesterday is I was looking at, I watch YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, but I still have to watch it. And I saw some things that really got me to thinking. So I wrote out what I think is the right way to explain myself and where these thoughts are coming from. And I'll start with the whole idea about the DEI and the rescinded, sorry for the noise, I'm using my keys to keep the paper from flying away. The thing is that the rescinded executive orders from the White House that happened under the Biden administration got me to thinking how this thing trickles from the top to the bottom to people like me and you. I also saw something with Jennifer Lewis online and it took me back a ways. I also came up with some strategies, like a counteroffensive. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit. Mama is cold. Oh my God. Ugh. Anyway, welcome to Midlife Priceless, another live. I scheduled this one. Hey, Paul. We are in a season of Fafi. You mean FAFO? Yes, this is the F around and find out season. You got that right. Hey, Jade, or is it JD? Good morning to both of you. Thanks for being here. So, welcome to Midlife Priceless. That's what I was about to say for the newbies, the new boomers. I hope you subscribe and like, comment, and share all the good things. And I got organized for a change. You can be really proud of me today. I organized my chat for today. If you go into the description for this video, I gave you some links. I called it homework. Just getting over him. Hey, Lola. Hi, Lola. Please say hi, Lola. Hi, Andrea. Call. Why you just getting over somebody? If you over it, you're not supposed to mention it. That's what they told me anyway. Took forever, but you'll get through it. So anyway, as I was saying, I saw some things online, and this is not a political channel, but if you live in today's world, you must know the effects that politics has on your life. And I can't ignore it. I love the shenanigans and I love to be silly and have fun and laugh and talk about frivolous things and my champagne problems. But I think we really have to spend a little more time taking life a little more seriously, because the young people that are voting and probably put this man in office are the people that are going to take care of us when we're old and can't do for ourselves. That's worrisome to me. That worries the hell out of me. Hey, subscriber, you have notifications on too. Thank you. Just getting over him and JD for everything you post. Yes, please. I try to say something worth hearing, so I hope I don't disappoint ever. Where am I right now? I'm in a park. I snuck in. I have to tell you when I'm leaving, or I'll put it in the chat. I'm not sure. I ran out of time. I was trying to get something done. I went over to see about a U-Haul. That's another story. And by the time I got out of there, it was like 7 minutes till 11. And I didn't want to be late. And I was actually going to pull over on the side of the road because I get tired of doing stuff in my car. I want you to see my outfit too, because I think I look cute today. Okay, so that's it. And I have on decent shoes instead of flip flops, because I usually cheat and wear flip flops if anybody's asking. So anyway, let's get on with it. So the DEI rescinding. How does it trickle down? It trickles down to government contractors, funding programs, museums, libraries in the humanities, K-12 schools, and early childhood and higher education, and more. But those are the notes that I have. Why? Because when you look at government, look at how DEI has somehow triggered the White House to remove the Constitution from the website. Why is that? Why would I have to pay for information or such a historic document? I think that's terrible. I don't understand it. And all translations to Spanish are gone. Vacancies. If you know anything about me, I don't really talk about it too much, but I've been putting in for vacancies and with the US government, and all of a sudden I start getting notices that the positions have closed, no longer available, no longer available. This position is being eliminated. Now they've gotten to the point where they say, due to the policy of the president, this position has been eliminated, discontinued. Now they're starting to point fingers at him, and I wasn't ready to that. Thank you. I'm gorgeous. I look fly. I look cute. Thank you. I dressed up for you all, trust me. Because this wet hair thing, I'm just, ooh, I'd have put on a towel or something to keep the wind off me, but I might move back over to the lake and take you for a little walk. But anyway, when we talk about government contractors, then we're talking about places like Amazon. We're talking about Target. I don't know about McDonald's, but Walmart, all of the suppliers. If you're a government contractor, you're obliged apparently to scale back, if not eliminate, your DEI policies as a company. And someone, you all know me and my Harley fantasy. Someone told me about how Harley is no longer being made. Harley Davidson motorcycles are no longer being made in the U.S. They left a long time ago. I didn't know that. Parts being manufactured, nothing to do with Harley is in the U.S. apparently, other than selling them. That's disappointing to me. I don't know how I feel about that. But it's like I told a friend of mine, you can stop going to Walmart, stop going to Target, but the suppliers, when do you stop? After a while, you're going to be out here catching rainwater and baking bread on a hot rock in the sun, and then you'll be upset about who made the matches. It doesn't end. So that got me to thinking, what can you do as an individual? What choices can you make to make sure your voice is heard, how you feel is known, and to get the message back up to the top somehow? Every there's an African saying about drip by drip fills the measure or something like that. So basically, it takes a lot of drops of water to fill a bucket, and maybe that's what we need to start doing, is dripping and contributing in small ways. Because honestly, if honestly, I was thinking that I would back off altogether and I'll just wait for these 4 years to pass. We'll come to that because Jennifer Lewis had something to say about that, and she's so right. But anyway, when we talk about funding programs, I understand that Target had a program for minority suppliers to get their products shelf ready and they would sell them in the stores. What a wonderful program. I would like to see that done in the Caribbean with cruise ships. It was something I attempted to do. I failed, but it's something I really wanted for local suppliers and local products and local manufacturers throughout the Caribbean. Their products need to be on the ships that are sailing into their ports. That's been my mantra for a long time. So, where's DEI going? What do we do about the Special Olympics? I'm just asking for a friend. What do we do about parks and recreation? Just like now, I came into the park. If we cut funding for recreation, the humanities, art, culture, where do we go to practice our lives, to practice our culture, to celebrate one with another? I mean, there are a lot of young people here, and they've got tents pitched over there and everything. I don't want to disturb them because they seem like they're at a retreat or something. But thank you, Andrea. I try to look cute for you all. I try. I think I giggle about it. Thank you. I'm not very good at receiving compliments, I guess, because when I was growing up, having dark skin and a gap in my teeth was just hell on earth for me. I got so much heat from it. And my maiden name has a double P in the spelling. And the kids used to yell, pee pee, pee pee. The things, right? All the things. Anyway, so what else has been going on? As bad as Florida, Louisiana, and Texas have needed and had to rely on FEMA, President 47 is now saying he wants to eliminate it. FEMA, okay, as in emergency management, as in part of the Department of Homeland Security, FEMA, that FEMA. That is appalling to me, because when I was in Texas and the Hurricane Beryl came through, I had no access to critical things like medication. As a diabetic, what would I do without FEMA? You will never convince me that FEMA doesn't do anything. Now, for those who are stubborn and telling the FEMA agents to turn back, go away, or the governors or whomever, then that's on them. But don't say we don't have the program. We have a program. It's all in how you work with the program. I also saw a video with Don Lemon, and I put that link in there along with the one about FEMA and the one about, well, I already did a video about the rescinded executive orders, right? But here's what. Have you ever heard of Pamela Hemphill? Pamela Hemphill. I didn't know her name just like that, but she was on Don Lemon's show, and I think it's called The Lemon Drop or something like that. The link is in there, so go watch it. It's an interesting interview. She has declined to accept the presidential pardon for January 6th, and she tells you why. So that's been something of a surprise and a delight, to tell the truth. But then here we go with the U.S. veterans. Some of them being detained as part of the ICE, what are they calling it? The raids. How can you put in handcuffs or put into any detention a veteran And stop thinking that there's a profile for veterans. They're not. There's no race of there. If you're in the military, you don't have. There's no way you can't profile someone who's in the military short of them having on a uniform. And another thing, we don't look like who we are sometimes. People think I'm from the Caribbean as a native. I'm not until I start talking. Then they want to know where did I get my accent from. I'm from Virginia. I think that's how we talk in Virginia. I'm not sure. I don't hear it anymore. Native Americans always being confused for South Americans. It's ridiculous. This whole thing of profiling, I think we've just gotten to the point, it feels like a police state to me. Doesn't it feel like that to you sometimes? I don't like it. ICE agents in schools and hanging out at bus stops, rounding up children and adults. Meanwhile, the executive order to reunite families and accept any qualified person into the military have both been rescinded. Where are we going with this ish? That's what I want to know. Comment, please. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I know that sounds like I'm fussing, but I'm frustrated with this whole thing, the shenanigans. Stop experimenting with human beings' lives. We only get one life to live. I've said that before. It's a one-way ticket. So, I've heard people talking about, oh, I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving the country. I'm going to Ghana. I've heard that in the black community a lot. Everybody's going to Ghana. I'm going away. I'm going to Nigeria. Here's the problem. Who told you they want you there? Don't go there. Do you understand that each country is sovereign? Each country has a healthcare system. And here you come burdening the system. That until we got 47 in office, we were ready to criticize and call them third world. Now all of a sudden they're your world. Be careful with that. And don't assume that you are going to meet people with open arms to you as a spoiled, privileged American is how it's going to come across. I've been there. I've been a victim of it. Standing in line at the bank and people not realizing that I'm American and that I speak perfectly good English. Standing behind me talking about me. And they were American. We make a mess sometimes when we go places because we are determined to be culturally insensitive and ignorant of the culture in which we have embedded ourselves. So I wrote that as a note. Don't go there. Don't get me started on my preaching. So Jennifer Lewis talked about on the Kingsmen Media Group channel, and she speaks extemporaneously, beautifully, flawlessly, a stream of consciousness that is second to none. That woman, I'm in awe every time she opens her mouth. It's as if she practiced and rehearsed this thing. And you know she didn't. They just stuck a microphone in her hand and let her have at it. But I also added another link of her and Brandy and who is that other person? Roz singing. Well, you'll hear it. If you know Jennifer Lewis, you know she pulled no punches. And she's banging on those piano keys and they sang it and they meant it and I loved it. Whenever I feel like the emotion she's giving, I play that video and I crack up. It just kills me. Don't look at it now though. Stay with me, please. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right. Please. All right. So now, to the good part. I made a list of my suggestions for launching your own personal counteroffensive to combat and feel better about and add another drop of water to that bucket of resistance. First of all, because I've just come off of the job hunting trek again, it seems like all I ever do is look for a job. I've had a wonderful life experience. I have no complaints about that, but there comes a time, you know what I'm saying? And I can't hide the fact that I have gray hair and wrinkles on my face, so I'm sure. that ageism is playing a significant role in the rate of success, which has slowed tremendously. But I don't care because I've enjoyed my life and I'm thankful for all of my experiences. When you go into your interview, ask them about the diversity. Just because they don't have it or they've scaled it back doesn't mean you can't ask about it, because, as I'm told, the interview is not just for the employer to consider you, but for you to consider them. So you start interviewing them back. What is your diversity policy? What is your ratio, gender, race? How diverse is this company? What are your metrics? How are you performing in that department? If you bad and bold, now boomers will ask. We just really don't give one kitty. We will ask, right? Equity, meaning, is this a business relationship where I will be treated fairly? Am I being paid competitively with other genders? And yes, now we have more than one. Upward mobility. Ask about it. Inclusion. At what point do I find myself included in the company culture? Let them answer. And if they say, well, if you see them dodging this because they don't have one and they have no intention of having one, unofficially they may have it. And if it's unofficial, they will say, well, at one time we had a DEI program, but although we have let go of the program, I can tell you that our ratio or our this or our that is fill in the blank. That's what I'm listening for. That's what I'm listening for. One thing, now, when I worked globally before, years and years ago, there was a time you had to put your picture on your resume. Then they said to stop doing that. Not the global companies, but national companies in the US. Don't put your picture. Okay? I kept doing it. I didn't care. Well, then it came back into fashion to put your picture on the resume to give it personality. Why did I never stop putting my picture on my resume? It's because I don't want you to waste my time. If you have a problem with my skin tone, my hair, the gap in my teeth, what I represent in terms of organizational memberships. I'm with the American Legion Auxiliary, by the way, to support veterans. If you have a problem with any of my activities, then let's get it on the table now. Don't call me for an interview. Don't have me research your company and try to be prepared. Just don't waste my time. So that's why I do it. It's my own personal form of resistance. I think I've always been this way. It's starting to occur to me. Second thing, if not the fourth or fifth thing by now, be active. Join organizations, but be active. Don't just be, resume building and, adding 10 more things that I'm a member of all these clubs. Yeah, but are you contributing anything? I'd rather see one and know that you're loyal to that. Don't just rubber stamp stuff. And look deeper into these organizations too, because I've been surprised to find out who owns Tubi. Same folks that own Fox. Who knew? My last and final counteroffensive suggestion is something I've told many of my friends' children, and I walk it like I talk it. Start your own business. Declare a business. You can be a freelancer. You don't have to go down and register a business. You can just get an EIN number and keep it moving. But here's the point. Whenever you have a business, whether you're a consultant, a freelancer, a assistant of some sort, and your services are available for hire at any given time, then you're always employed. What I found interesting is how many times people say, yeah, but where did you work? I had my own business. It's even online. Are you kidding? Yeah, well, we need an actual, it is an actual. A lot of times you're going to find too that with the digital applications, they assume that all applicants worked and lived in the US all their careers, and I have not. I have the hardest time applying for things because they don't want to recognize my experience from around the globe. I have lived and worked in Africa, Europe, and the Caribbean, and the US. I'm not a fool. I will not allow anyone to downgrade or devalue my experience or make me feel less than because I have not spent a lifetime on bended knee, banging on doors and begging to be admitted, received, validated, or anything. I'm unapologetic, frankly, if you haven't figured that out. So, anyway, let's see where we end up. I would love to know what you all think. Other than that, I look fly, and I thank you for the compliment. Um, I also welcome any suggestions about fun things to do. I have a couple of surprises coming. I don't want to talk about it until I've done it, and then when I load it, you'll know she did it. But it's coming soon and very soon. I'm getting cold now, colder. And what I'm going to do is walk you around this park and let you see where I am. And then I'll give you the name of the park. But I'm in Tallahassee near the airport. That much I can tell you. And I think this is a park either managed by FSU, is a partner to FSU. But I think they own the place. But it's on the water, so you know. So I'm going to take you around to take a look at it. Let me turn my camera face around. There we go. So are you seeing? Still a little bit of snow on the ground, as you can see. But yeah, this is where I am. What a beautiful place. Peaceful, quiet, serene, all the things. How I would love to live in one of those houses way across the lake here. Really nice. I used to go to summer camp every year when I was growing up. Every summer I'd be out there and we had a lake. Oh, it's called Lakefront Park. Well, there it is. Lakefront Park is where I am. They have alligators, snakes, and other aquatic wildlife common to North Florida. Please do not try to approach, frighten, or feed wildlife. Stay in the swim area or in your watercraft at all times. Keep your distance and respect the animal's space. Great advice. So if you look out here, you'll see the buoys. I think they're called buoys, the little ones, but it's a squared off space to swim. I have a feeling there's something underneath, something gated to keep you from getting your toes taken off. So that's it, everybody. This is the lifeguards stand. Of course, nobody's swimming today. It's barely 40 degrees. Yeah, this is an FSU reservation swim area. They've posted the rules and regs. Okay. So that's everything. They even have up the hill here, you'll see there is a what do you call it? Volleyball court, beach volleyball. When did that ever become an Olympic sport? I'd like to know. Nobody checked with me. Break dancing. How about that? Wasn't that the craziest thing they've ever done to modify the Olympics? I don't know that we needed that. If anything, I would like to see the Special Olympics blended in, or the Paralympics blended in, or both if they're different. Blend them in with the mainstream Olympics so we can appreciate all at the same time. Like I said, there's some tents over there. They're out here having their retreat. That's really cool. Really nice. Beautiful area. Lots of trees. And you can hear the birds chirping. Oh, wow. Look over there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Is that a... Oh, I didn't know I could zoom in so easily on live. That's one of those obstacle courses you might see with ROTC, where you climb and somebody's shouting at you to hurry up. Really cool. So I guess I better say goodbye and watch where I'm walking before I slip down. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. Love to love you, baby. That song comes to mind for no particular reason. I'll see you all and talk to you again soon. I hope you're having a great day. Looking forward to an even better week. And I'll check in with you tomorrow. I have some driving to do tomorrow. So I'll get in touch with you. Let you know what old girl is up to. Behave yourselves. Bye for now. Thanks again.